Hello and welcome to our first of 4 coach mentorship training calls. So we are going to break your coach mentorship down into 4 pockets of training. You're going to be able to use the thread that you're in, our new coach pod, to ask us any questions as we go through about conversations that you're doing, posts that you're doing, feedback that you need. Use that pod for all communication, but these calls are for us to kind of dive in and give you a weekly focus. Today we're going to talk about kind of the month ahead. What does your first month look like as a coach? What are the fundamental things that we want you to accomplish in order for you to feel like you're starting a strong foundation and you're kicking your business off with a good start? Because sometimes it's overwhelming. You try to learn all the things, you want everything to be perfect, you feel like you need to immediately start showing up perfectly on social media, and all of that overwhelming feeling can make you feel paralyzed and not get anything accomplished. But what we want you to actually do in the first month is so super simple, and that's what we're going to talk about today, and we're going to focus on getting started. Hello, Miss Melanie, welcome. Okay, pull up the slides and away we go.
All right. Let me go to the top. Can y'all see the screen?
Yes, so go to that first agenda. So what we're going to talk about today, so that you kind of know what's coming, is we're going to kick off and talk about mindset. Mindset is by far the number one most important piece of your business. You hear us say this over and over on the team calls. You'll hear us say it in the chat. Your journey is the most important. If you're not showing up for yourself, and if you aren't yourself feeling like you're improving every day, you're going to find it really hard to show up for your business, and the people that are on the other side of those conversations are going to feel that too. So we're constantly going to chat about that. Then we're going to talk about vital behaviors. What are the things that are most important for you to do every day in order for your journey to move forward and for your business to kick off the ground? We're going to give you your first month goals, and then we're going to open it up for questions and answers at the end. Anything that you want to chat about, we're available every.
All right, so first things first, let's chat about mindset. So I know that anytime you start something new and you're coming in and you're starting a business, it is normal to have a little bit of doubt, a little bit of fear, a little bit of anxiety, which I really just think is just a way we can transform into excitement. But it is normal to think, gosh, can I do this? Right? And I want you to reframe that into, am I willing to do what it takes? Because I'm here to tell you, I say this all the time, if you showed up on our team, it is not by accident. I do believe you were here, joined our team for a reason, for a purpose, and you have what it takes to build a successful business if you're willing to do what it takes, okay? This business is very simple. We're about to show you the day-to-day. Over the next month, we'll show you the day-to-day things that you should be doing. I have a daughter who's 9, and I joke that I could teach her the steps of what to do as a coach, and she's 9 years old. So the business in itself is simple. It's the mindset and the consistency that's what we need to dive into. So first things first, you have to know why you are doing this. And a lot of times people, when they start this business, we're in health and fitness and we want to help people. We want to help people feel as good as we feel, doing the workout programs, following the nutrition plan. We feel amazing and we want to help other people feel that way too. And that's amazing. Absolutely. You cannot be a successful coach without having a heart that wants to help and serve others, 100%. But that's what we do, and that's part of our job description, but it's not why we do it, right? I want you to go a little bit deeper of like, why did you say yes to this opportunity? What was it that intrigued you? What is a goal that you're like, man, this could really be my vessel to help me do that? And I want you to get very clear on why, because if it's just, I just want to help people, that's not going to get you up early in the morning to work your business. And then at the end of a long day coming home from work or after you put the kids to bed, that's not going to make you want to sit down and work it either. Helping people is great. That's awesome, but it's not going to be a driving factor. So what does it look like for you? Is it to help bring in additional income for your family? To help pay off credit card debt, to have a vacation fund that you can take your family. One of the things that Jessica and I both say is that one of the things that drove us in the beginning was I really wanted to take my family to Disney World, but I didn't want to have to be stressed and have to charge it on a credit card. I wanted to be able to say yes to all the overpriced souvenirs and goodies. And I wanted it just to be a fun time for all of us. I wanted to do that. So that was a driving factor for me. And I knew that at the end of the day, if I was tired and I didn't want to work my business, I thought about that Disney vacation. And I thought about, do I want to tell my kids, sorry, mommy and daddy can't afford it this year, but maybe we'll try to save up and maybe we can go in 2 years. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that. So that was a big why that drove me. So that's the other part, is the vision. I want you to come up with a vision. What does it look like? If you could have all the success that you wanted in this business, what's the ultimate vision for you? And I know sometimes that can be hard in the beginning, and you might not want to dream that big, and that's okay. My first goal, like I told you, is I wanted to save for vacation that I could pay for Disney World, which we've done in cash. But I also thought, man, if I can just make an extra $500 a month to help supplement daycare and diapers, that will give us breathing room in my finances. That was my first vision. So if you want to start small, that's fine. Obviously, I've been in this business almost 6 years, and it grew and it grew. Well, what if I could make 1,000 a month? Or what if I could cut my hours at my full-time job part-time? And then it grew to like, well, what if I could do Beachbody coaching and that could be my full-time income? So it can grow as you grow in this business, but you have to sit down right here, right now, and decide, why am I doing this? What's the vision? What's the vision that I'm going to be working towards? And then write it down, get a picture, something that you can place in front of you that you can see and can remind you all the time. My vision that I have on my computer downstairs, I have my vision board as my wallpaper, so that when I sit down to work, I see it. I remember, what am I working towards? And I have it visually so that my mind is right. And when I'm not feeling it, I know exactly what I'm working towards. The third thing I want you to encourage you to do is start speaking affirmations over your life. We will talk about this a lot. I wasn't somebody who ever did affirmations before, because that seemed a little like hocus pocus, and like that's not anything that I was into. But really, words have power, and the things we say to ourselves, we start to believe, and belief drives behavior. So if you can speak to yourself, I used to tell myself, I am a successful Diamond Beachbody coach. I earn $500 a month with ease. I get to every day wake up and serve other women. Every single day I attract people to me who need, want, and can afford my services easily. I would tell these things to myself out loud while driving in the car. You can do it in the shower, first thing when you wake up. And I would say these things, these beliefs, these affirmations, until it really seeped into my core, and I believe them. I am a successful Beachbody coach. That's just who I am. It's a core belief. But I had to start affirming it to myself until it really became a belief. And then finally, we always talked about, you might be feeling a little nervous, you might be feeling a little anxious, but we really want to transform any sort of fear and switch it. So fear really is just an acronym for faith. Have faith in your ability to do this. I just told you are here for a reason. I firmly believe that. Have faith in your ability to figure things out. This business is simple. We will be with you every single step of the way to help you, give you the resources and tools to be successful. Have faith in our team, and have faith in your ability to do this as well. Enthusiasm, right? Be excited. This is such an exciting opportunity. We are literally getting ready to head into the busiest time as a coach, resolution season. You're joining at the most perfect time. Get excited about what you're going to create for yourself and how many people you're going to help. You don't have to know it all. You don't have to have the best transformation yet. You don't have to have the best social media. But if you show up every single day with enthusiasm, that's contagious. Jessica and I had no idea what we were doing in this business. If you were to go back to 2015, which you can, we still have the posts up there, you could see some of our posts on social media and you'd be like, oh my goodness, bless their hearts. Like, they had no idea what they were doing. But one thing you can't deny is we were excited and we had enthusiasm, and people are drawn to that. So if nothing else, I want you to show up every day excited for what you have to offer and how you can serve others. Action. We want you to take action. This isn't just a business that you just say, yay, I'm going to do it, and then don't do anything. You have to take action in order to be successful. Like we said, we will give you the tools and resources of what you should be doing daily in order to move your business forward. And then resourcefulness. How great that we live in a society where everything you could possibly want to learn is on the internet. Now, I said we'll give you everything we have, our coach pod. If you have questions, ask in there. We'd be more than willing to help. But if for whatever reason, let's say we fall off and you can't find us, utilize YouTube, utilize Google, utilize the Coach Beachbody FAQ section. It's all there. Everything you could possibly want to learn how to be a coach, it's online. Again, be resourceful, look for it on your own, but we're always there to help as well. One last thing about mindset, and then I promise we will get to the meat and potatoes of this, but it really truly is important that we go in knowing where our mindset needs to be. So any business we start, I think what's great about our business is that To get started is a very low investment. I'm sure you bought a challenge pack, which most of us did, ranging anywhere from $160 to $220, which is great. And that has the ability to compound greatly. Most businesses, if you were to start a business franchise or create a business from the ground up, it would be like $100,000 investment, if not more. So a lot of times people have more skin in the game. And with most business plans, most people recognize they're not even going to have a return on the investment for like 3 years. Right? Cool thing about this business is all we took to invest was our own personal products and programs, and you can be profitable in month 1, and that's our goal for you. However, just like with any business that you are starting from the ground up, you have to know you will be putting in effort up front. And what you do now, you will really be reaping the benefits in 3 to 6 months. I just want you to know that. Will you be able to help people right now? Absolutely. But I also want you to know what you do now, you really won't feel until 3 to 6 months ahead of you. I think of it as an escalator analogy. So as an escalator, I want you to think about an escalator coming down. Okay, so you've ever done that thing where like the escalator's going down? My kids love to do this at the mall and stress me out, and they like to go up it, right? And it's like, yeah, I'm running up the escalator that's going down. Well, what happens? In order to make it up the escalator that's going down, you have to have more effort, right? You have to be a little bit faster than the escalator. That's what this feels like in the beginning. It feels like you are trying to climb an escalator that's going down. You're learning all the things. You're trying to stay plugged in. You're trying to get your own results. It's going to feel like, dang, I'm putting in a lot of effort. And I feel like, am I going anywhere? Am I growing? Yes, just keep going. But here's a mistake that we see some coaches make is life is going to happen. Life is never going to slow down for you to build a business, to create the vision that you want for yourself and your family. And so what the biggest mistake I see some coaches make is that they're like, you know what? Let me just take a pause real quick. Let me just take a break. Well, what happens if you're going up an escalator going down and you decide, you know what, I'm just going to take a break. I'll hit it back up next month. Well, guess what? That escalator is still going down and you go back down to the bottom. So then when you decide, okay, I'm ready to hit it hard again, you're started at the bottom, and we have to build up that momentum, keep going again. Versus if you would just keep climbing, if you would just keep growing and keep figuring it out as you go, you would make it to that top of the escalator. And guess what? When you make it at the top of this one, the next escalator is going up and it feels like you have that momentum pushing you forward. So that's what I want you to think. I want you to think, okay, all the work I'm putting in now, I just have to keep going. I just have to have the mindset that I'm in it for the long term. And that if I keep going, I will build that momentum. It will be on my side and it'll get easier.
Wednesday. So the faster that you move in the beginning of your business, the faster that your business is going to feel like it has a foundation underneath it. So that's why we talk about really hitting the ground running, following that escalator mindset, and knowing that the quicker you move, the quicker your business moves. And that is the goal for us here. So the first thing for us is you have to be a product of the product. The wonderful thing about this is you are not selling snake oil. You're not selling bags. You are not selling jewelry. Not that there's anything wrong with any of those things. I love them all. However, you're selling a lifestyle. And what you're selling is something that people need, genuinely need every single day. I went to the doctor this week for something random, like my ankle. And she was doing like the health questionnaire, and she was asking what medications I was on, what do I have high blood pressure? Like she was giving me the whole gamut. And she was so shocked that I was on no medications. I was perfectly healthy, normal diet, all the things. And she was like, wow. And I was like, that should not be surprising as a 34-year-old adult. Like that should not be a out of the normal thing. And she was just shocked that I was on nothing, that I had nothing wrong with me. And I was like, that like just stopped me. I was like, that I'm young and 34. I should be healthy. Like what? And that's just not the norm. What we have is something that people need immensely. So the first thing for you to do is to be a product of the product. You cannot sell something that you are not yourself using and enjoying. So committing to a program. And here's the beautiful thing. There's so many different avenues in this business. There's so many different programs. So whether you are postpartum, you just had a baby, whether you are starting your fitness journey for the first time in 30 years and you've got 50 pounds to lose, whether you've been a fitness junkie all your life and you're just looking for something new and exciting, or virtual because of all the things happening in 2020. There's so many different stories. The most powerful thing you can do is show up for your own story. Don't try to fit into anybody else's mold. Even Raquel and I, who've both been in the business for 6 years, our 2020 fitness journeys look totally different. She has got kids that are now growing. I was postpartum after my third baby. our fitness journeys took two very different directions today. So our business social media looked very different. And that's the goal. Show up for your story. So commit to a program that makes sense for you. Maybe you're jumping in and you're going to do 9-week control freak with us and you're super pumped for that. Cool. Dive all in. Maybe you're going to do bar. Maybe you're going to do 30-day breakaway. Doesn't matter, but show up and dive all in. Like, you've got to follow the program, follow the workout program the way that it's designed, follow the nutrition program the way that it's designed, because the better that your results are, the more you're going to attract people to you that are saying, if she can do it, I can do it. And that is your goal. When you're showing up on social media, you want to think, I want to put it out there in a way that someone can look at me that's in my season of life and say, if she can do it, I can do it. And you want to share that weekly. I think sometimes we feel like you jump into this business, you're sharing too much, or you're like, oh, I don't want to share my transformation every week because I don't want to bother people. People need to be bothered. First of all, social media is a wild jungle, and most people don't see your post. So if you posted your transformation 4 times in a month, you might hit 40% of your audience. So you have to continually post, because most people don't see it the first time. Or in your stories, same thing. They're not going to see your stories every day. And nobody is going to be bothered by somebody showing up and putting positive energy into their feed. If you're just coming on social media to sell and you're just saying, hey, buy this from me, hey, join from me, and you're not including anything else around it, that is going to get old, and nobody's going to want to follow that. They're going to say, well, the only reason she really pops in stories or puts up a post is to say, join my challenge group or buy this from me. That is going to be a turnoff. People want to know who you are. They want to see your journey. So when you are on social media, you want to be creating curiosity and not resistance. Show up and talk about why this is helping you. Is it giving you more energy? Is it giving you more structure? Is it helping with anxiety, depression, sleeping better at night, learning how to eat, managing working from home or virtual school at home with a healthy lifestyle? Like, whatever this is doing for you, talk about that, because I can promise you, you're not alone. People are in all kinds of different journeys, but they want to see what you are specifically doing. And we have a whole call dedicated to social media, but we really want you to start just diving in and just be authentic. I feel like the less you know about social media when you start, the better, because then you're not worried about overcomplicating or making it perfect. Just get on there and be yourself, especially in stories. It disappears in 24 hours. So get on there and be honest. And if it feels like when you're talking to your phone, I know you're thinking, I hate the sound of my voice. I am ridiculous. I'm going to re-record this 35 times. Don't. I still hate the sound of my voice. I will catch my husband in the kitchen watching my stories, and I'm like, turn it off, turn it off. I can hear that terrible voice and I cannot stand it. Like, oh my gosh. My voice still freaks me out 6 years later. Don't think about it, because nobody else is freaked out by that but you. And nobody else is expecting perfection from you but you. Show up and be authentic, and the rest will take care of itself.
All right, so now what we want you to do is we want you to invite, connect with others, and follow up. So when you're first starting your business, you want to connect with people who already know, love, and trust you. Those are what we call like our hot or warm market. You can reach out to them via text, email, social media, and just send a normal message saying, hey, I don't know if you've seen, I just signed up to be a coach. I'm super excited about it. I'm really focusing on trying to be healthy and make this a lifestyle that lasts. Would you want to, I'm running a boot camp. Would you want to join it with me? Or can I send you some more info? Super simple message. One little quick thing, because I think we overthink, like, oh gosh, I don't want to be that person that like bugs or annoys my friends. And I understand that, except for if you were to have opened a restaurant. Let's say you went into franchise business and you opened a restaurant. Would you not invite your friends and family to come eat at your restaurant? You totally would. It's totally normal to be like, oh my gosh, you just opened a restaurant. Would you come eat? Give me your feedback on the service. What do you think? That's the same thing that we do here, saying, hey, I just did this. I would love for you to join in with me. Be one of my first testimonials. Can I count on you for that? So just a super simple thing. What I want you to do in your phone right now is look at the last 10 people you texted. Last 10 people on your phone that you texted, okay? Those are who I want you to start with, and just you can send a voicemail, you can send a text, you can call them, whatever your means of communication, and just let them know, hey, I just started this. If you've been in a group before, you can give them what your experience was. Have you lost weight? Do you feel better? Was it a lifeline for this year for you to take control of your own health and fitness? Share your results and let them know, I would love for you to do this with me. I'm running a new group to help us start the new year off strong. Is that something you'd be open to hearing more about? That's it. Don't make it weird. We have some examples for you. We have some examples in our new coach guide where we can give you of what to say. But ultimately, just what would you say to the people closest to you if you were inviting them? The first person I invited was Jessica. She's my best friend. And I was like, hey, I'm excited to do this. What do you think? Now, I'll be honest, she said no. The first time I asked her, she said no. So don't be offended if your closest friends are like, no, not right for me. It's okay. It wasn't a good fit. Obviously, she came around. Obviously, we do this together. But I don't want you to be so attached to the outcome. I just want you to start inviting those that are closest to you. We are in a busy season of life and people are in the holiday mode. So it might have you following up on them and saying, hey, did you get my message? What do you think? That's totally okay. I think sometimes we're so afraid we're going to bug people, but I also know we have a solution that truly changes people's lives for the better, especially coming off this year that has been so incredibly hard for so many people. This could be something that completely changes their life for the better. Health is our greatest wealth. If we've not learned anything in 2020, I think we've learned that. So please reach out and share with those closest to you. That's what we want to focus on this week. Who could you help in your life get healthy, happier, and fit this year? That's it.
So going along with the mindset that we chatted about in the beginning, personal development is the fuel that will continue to strengthen your mindset. And it's something that you have to practice every day, just like brushing your teeth or doing a workout in order to see physical change in your body. In order for your mindset to stay strong, personal development is something you have to do every single day. When Raquel and I first started coaching, personal development was not on our radar. We were like, that is silly. I'm good. Thanks so much. Like, we were not interested at all. And then we started doing it and we were like, holy crap, this works. Like, what have I been doing? What have I been missing? I'm not kidding you. I had never read a book from start to finish prior to coaching. Like, never. I survived college and high school through Cliff Notes. I have never read a book. Like, I just can't do it. I get bored. I fall asleep. It's just not my jam. And I didn't even know listening to Audible or podcast was a thing until I started coaching. And then I really dove in. The first thing that was kind of like my segue to personal development was listening to old National Wake Up Calls. Beachbody does a National Wake Up Call every Monday morning. There's a Facebook page that you can listen to it live. There's also a podcast you can listen to the recording. And I just started listening to all of those old calls. They have coaches in the network speak and train and share their experiences, what's working, their stories, all of the things. And it ignited a fire every single week. And I would just listen to old calls when I was driving to work and when I was driving home from work. I would just play them. And I learned so much about the business. I learned so much about the opportunity. I learned more about personal development outside of that kind of business world. And that just got me, out of my own way constantly and got me thinking. And that was where I started. Other things for personal development, we host a team VIP call just like this on Zoom every Sunday, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. We do trainings, we do mindset, we do motivation, all of the things. But most importantly, we come together as a team and as a community. So if you can at all make this a live priority, I promise it will make your weeks go better. We always get off the call feeling inspired and excited. We do understand the time doesn't work for everyone. It's a crazy mess in our houses too, but we have designated that time for our business and it is so worth it. Here's a couple of book options for you. You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero, Rock Your Network Marketing Business by Sarah Rockin Robbins. That one is a super quick book. We recommend you start with that one. You Are a Badass is really more for confidence building and kind of just getting your mind in the right place of you can do this. You are strong enough. You are capable. And we love starting with that book because we need that as women. We are the first to say, man, I'd really like to be successful, but I have all these hangups. I have all these flaws. So this kind of helps to get you shifting into the mindset, into thinking that you don't. You are here for a reason. You are capable of being super successful. The only reason you won't be successful is because you don't show up consistently. And it's because you don't believe you can be successful. Other than that, there's nothing standing in your way except for you. And here's what I will tell you with this. Personal development has to have everything in this business. You have to treat it like a business. So personal development has to have a pocket in your day. If you wake up and say, man, I need to do some personal development today. And hey, I should do a workout. And hey, I should work on my business. It's never going to happen. You have to schedule it like a meeting, schedule it like a doctor's appointment, and then show up no matter what. Because if you don't do that, I can promise you, you won't get anything done. Because there are a million things that happen during the day that are going to take priority. that are going to take your attention. So whether that means you get up in the morning early before the world gets up and you do your workout and your personal development because that's the only time you know it can get done, do that. If you know you can do it during your commute on your way to work, do that. But you have to treat this business like a priority and you have to schedule it in or it's never going to happen. You're going to find yourself a month from now accomplishing nothing, feeling scattered, feeling like a failure when really it was just a fail to plan and a fail to make this a priority. And we will help you with that along the way. But just know personal development is just like a workout. It has to happen every day.
All right, so we want to chat more about the first month goals, just to kind of like wrap up of where we've been, commit to your own journey. So if you need help picking a fitness and nutrition program, please ask your coach or we'd be more than happy to give you our best recommendation and go all in. That's what we want you to do is just commit fully and go all in, showing up, expecting things to go wrong. There's ebbs and flows. We're not expecting perfection, but show up every single day, giving your best. Invite your warm market to join you for our next group. Your coach will have a different time or a date. I think our next group starts January 4th. So that's what we are personally inviting to. You're more than welcome to invite to our group as well. And then Achieving Success Club by helping 3 to 5 plus people and going Emerald. Let me just chat really quick on what Success Club is. So Success Club is just our metric to show how your business is moving forward every single month. So how do you help hit Success Club? So it's a point-based system. So anytime you get somebody set up with a challenge pack, which is our year-long access to Beachbody On Demand, and then they have the option to do Shakeology and or our performance line, that's 2 points. If somebody decides that they're a Orange Theory user or Peloton and they just need help with a nutrition point and they think Shakeology would help them, cool. If you can get them set up with Shakeology on Home Direct, that's 2 points. Or same thing, maybe you have a CrossFitter or somebody else who just wants the performance stack, which is Recover, our clean, natural-based protein, and Energize, which is basically life. I don't know how anybody lives without it. If you get that on Home Direct, that's also 2 points. Or somebody who wants some snack bars. These beef bars are amazing. I love them. My whole entire family loves them. A 3-box pack is 2 points. So any combination of any of these things, we say help 3 to 5 people because you want to equal 5 points in some way. In order to hit Success Club. Now I will tell you, Success Club 5 is the minimum. The more points you can get, the more your business and income will grow at a faster rate. But the bare minimum, we always say, if you really are focusing on building this business, at least minimum shoot for Success Club 5. That's helping 3 new people every single month. Jessica and I have been in this business for 6 years now. We decided from when we started, Success Club would be a non-negotiable. No matter what, we would make sure that we are helping at minimum 3 people every single month. And that has been the building blocks for helping us build a thriving, successful business that we have today. It really, really is the backbone of your business. Now, what's cool is that they also have a lot of perks that come with it. So when you achieve Success Club for 3 out of your first 6 months, you become what's called a Success Starter. So that means you get a free ticket to our annual Beachbody Summit, which will be in July in St. Louis, Missouri. It's incredible. It's a 3 or 4 day event. You get to work out with the super trainers, you get training, you get to hear about the new products that are coming up. Our entire team is there. It's awesome. If you can get your ticket for free, by becoming a Success Starter, do it. You also, this is something new that they started this year, when you're a Success Starter for your first 3 out of at least your 6 months, you get to have access and being in a test group for a new program before it launches for everyone else. So we are just now launching 9 Meat Control Freak. People that were Success Club starters over the summer got to go through that program. We haven't even gone through it ourselves. They got to be in the test group, be in a private group with Autumn Calabrese, who's the trainer in it, and be in part of that group. So that's another big, huge, thing that you get for becoming a Success Starter. Again, we will talk about this. You will see us recognize it within the team page. This is really what's going to help ensure that your business is moving forward every single month.
Okay, next goal that we have for you is to hit Emerald. So when we talk about this business, when you came to our Coach Sneak Peek, this is the last piece that we'll chat about today, just to get your wheels turning. The goal of this business is to earn passive income. The goal of this business is to grow a team of coaches that are just like you, helping people along the way. So this business is a ripple effect. What you do, you want to implement within your team. So you learn how to help people be successful. You teach your team to do exactly the same thing as you. And don't ever feel like you're not ready to build a team. I know when I first started, I was like, I feel like we should wait like 6 months before building a team. Like, I want to learn it all. I want to know what I'm doing. I did not understand the concept of network marketing. And now I realize you don't need to know anything in order to build a team, because this is a learn as you go. This is not a read the manual and learn it all and then execute. This is a, I'm going to fumble through and I'm going to learn by taking action. That is the only way to learn in this business, is to move. When you take action and then you figure out and you're able to reach out and say, hey, this happened. What does this mean? Hey, this happened. What does this mean? That's what we're here for you, to let you learn through action, because learning it on paper or learning it through a Zoom and not moving forward will never teach you anything. You've got to move your body. So as a coach or a VIP customer, that is building your team. And what that means is that you're just bringing people onto your team and they're signing up as a coach. This does not mean that they need to ever work the business like you. I have a ton of coaches on my team that are only coaches because they want early access to programs, they want discounted shipping, and if they order anything monthly, it's at such a greater discount for them to just become a coach than to continue purchasing retail price as a customer. So I have coaches on my team that are business builders, and I have coaches on my team that just want the discount, early access, better shipping, better benefits. There is no requirements for a customer to sign up as a coach. They don't need to hit a certain number. They don't need to hold anything. They don't need to sell anything. They can just be a preferred member, basically. So either one of those options counts as a coach on your team. What Emerald is having one coach on your left leg, one coach on your right leg. And you may not even have stepped into your back office yet. Don't worry about that. Your first two coaches will automatically sign up that way. For me, my first two coaches, one was my cousin and one was my husband. I signed up my husband and I said, welcome to the team. You're now a coach. Get excited. And then I signed up my cousin and I said, I am starting a new business. I don't know what I'm doing, but I need you to go through this program so that I can practice on somebody. And that was my first two coaches. And that's how I became Emerald. Because once you become Emerald, you now have a business that's opened. As a coach, just an active coach, you have the ability to sell retail and you have the ability to get discounts. Other than that, you don't have a business. As an Emerald coach, you open the door for passive income. Because you now have two coaches on your team, you can accrue something called volume. And basically that just means what you are selling to your customers and what your team is selling to their team and their customers. Don't overthink it, but just know Emerald is opening the doors to your business and it's allowing the opportunity for passive income, which is a long-term goal. Our first year of business, I would say majority of our income came from retail because we were signing up people, we were growing our team, we were building. By the time we got to our second year, I would say that that definitely flipped. Now for sure in year 6, I can say comfortably for the both of us, 95% of our income comes from passive income. Because we haven't changed the way that we bring on people. We bring on the same number of average coaches and customers every month that we have since the very beginning, but we have been consistent, and that has grown our team, it has grown our income, and it has grown our passive income, which is our goal in this business. So for you, don't overthink it. Think this, I'm gonna hit Success Club 5 or more. I'm going to hit Emerald by helping at least 2 of those people that I bring on come on as coaches, whether they're building the business or they're just here to support me, and that's gonna open your business at Emerald. When you get ready to sign those people up, just ask your upline to go in and double check where they went, that they got placed correctly, and that you are on track to do what you need to do to hit Emerald, and then we're gonna baby step your business from there.
All right, so that's all we have for training purposes. We will post a recording. If you want to actually have access to these slides, you can find it at this little tiny link here, or we can send it to you. That's totally fine too. But now we just want to make sure that we give you time to ask any questions over anything we covered. We'd love to help you make sure that all your questions are answered.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So about the last, when you're inviting people like on Instagram and stuff, do you automatically tell them about like the coach option? Or like I have a couple friends who have just recently signed up, but they just signed up like with the challenge pack. Do you automatically like tell them like you can sign up as a coach, or how do you kind of go about that?
So totally up to you. If they just signed up with a challenge pack and they just want to be customers to start, that's totally fine. If they've already signed up, I would let them check in, make sure that once they get their product, that they're drinking their Shakeology, that they're making the right recipe, that they're really loving it. I find that it takes a week or so for people to really get Shakeology in their system to feel the benefits. And then before their next offer or their order goes out, I would say, hey, just so you know, you can also sign up to be like a VIP member, and it's going to save you 25% on any of your orders going forward. Now, since it usually costs $40 to sign up as a coach, when you sign up with a challenge pack, that $40 fee is waived. So a lot of times people sign up as a coach from the beginning, they don't have to worry about that. If they've already signed up as a customer and you offer them, hey, if you want to, before your next order ships, you can sign up for this. They can sign up as a coach. They can pay a $40 fee. But since they earned a challenge pack, we can fill out a form for them to get reimbursed. So ultimately, it's going to be free for them to sign up as a coach. It's just a little added step. Now, moving forward, when you invite people and they say, oh my gosh, yes, sign me up, I'm ready to do this, usually one of the last steps that I do is say, okay, we have two options for signing up. It's the same price for both. You can sign up as a customer, which is fine, and go ahead and get started with us, or you can sign up as a coach, and this will get you set up to have discounts moving forward. And also, if you have anybody that's like seeing your results and they're like, dang, you look awesome, what are you doing? You can refer them and earn commission on anybody that you refer to. Which option would you prefer? And we have this like in a little blurb, so don't feel like, oh my God, I don't remember what she said. We'll give this to you. But usually that's like my last step when somebody's like, we go through the whole process. What are their goals? I share what I do, what I have to offer. I've shared packages. They've picked a package. My last step is offering both options, and then they pick from there. Cool?
Okay.
You can also do too, if you have current customers that already have their Beachbody on demand, they are drinking either Recover, Energize, whatever their nutritionals are, they can also do a completion pack. So if they decide, yes, I'm loving this, I want to continue, but maybe they signed up in November and they're like, I want to do the new 9-week Control Freak, I want to sign up with that package, then you can just have them do a completion pack when they become a coach. That'll give you 2 Success Club points. It'll save them money on the new programming, and it will also give them their next order of nutritionals at a discount, and their coach fee is automatically waived. They don't pay that $40, if that makes sense.
Yes, that would be great for anybody who signed up and doesn't have access to 9-week Control Freak, but they think they might want it. The completion pack would be a better deal for them. Good question.
Okay, awesome.
Jen, you got anything for us?
Yeah, sorry. Can you post the verbiage that you said? I know you said just be natural about it, but just to text out to the 10 people, just to kind of give a guide. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
We have like our conversation guide. We will link it in the Coach Pod for you to look of some examples of like what we recommend you sending for your warm market, and then kind of the flow of like when people say, oh my gosh, yes, give me more information, what we do then. So we'll post it there for you too. And honestly, if you have questions or you get stuck, like I know a lot of times at the beginning, you're like, oh, I don't want to say the wrong thing. We all go through that. Just take a screenshot of your conversation. If you're like, I don't know how to respond, post it in the coach message pod, and we'll be like, here's what you should say. You know what I mean?
Okay, that's great. Thank you.
Yes.
And if you want to sound very natural, do it in a voice memo, because then they hear your voice, they already know you. Hey, I'm doing this new, like, be honest. Like when I started, I was like, hey, I'm starting this new business. I don't, I'm learning as I go. I would love to have your support in this. You're going to get access to everything I have access to. And I want you to give me your honest feedback as I take you through this, like I would a coach or a client or whatever it is that you're talking about. Can you please support me in this? And like literally think of everybody who you've ever bought anything from, any 31 bag, a candle, a whatever, like all of those people, it's time for you to support me in my journey too. And then they're going to be more than excited, because what they're going to get out of it is insane. And I can promise you 99% of the people in your life could benefit from this. And that's something encouraging as you're reaching out to people.
I have another question. So if they say like, and I know I said it before, but if they say I've been a Beachbody member a long time ago, or I signed up a couple years ago, I haven't used it in a long time. Is there a way that I can like direct them to check and see if they're active, or I can check? I don't know. How does that work?
That's a good question. So they should know, I guess, if they're active, but if they've done it years ago, what would you say, Jessica?
So you can live chat, like you can jump on, like log into your coach office and you can live chat with and just say, hey, I have a customer wondering their current status. Can you give me information? Normally you will just need their email and maybe the last 4 of the card they would have on file. And then live chat can usually tell you what their status is.
But they can get plugged into you if you send them a share cart, which is like our ordering system. You can send them a share cart. If you put in their information, like their name and their email, it'll pop up if they're a user too.
Like an active.
If they'll be like, this person has Beachbody on demand, it'll usually pop up if you use their email. If it's the email that they have on hand, that'll pop up too. Good
Awesome.
question.
Okay. That's all I have for now.
Jen, are you good? Do you have anything else? Nope, we're good. Awesome. Okay.
Sorry, I had to unmute me. No, I think I'm good. Thank you so much.
Yes.
You're welcome. I'm excited. I'm excited to get you out to hear about your conversations. Yeah. Okay, we're going to post this recording in the thread in case you need to watch it again or go back. But we will also post converting customers to coaches and with their current coaches, how to like conversate around that. And then our new conversation guide for how to get started, just to kind of get the wheels turning. Because sometimes it can feel like verbal diarrhea and we don't want you to do that because that can be a lot. So keeping it simple. And if you feel like the message is going to be long, send it in a voice memo or a video message because that really resonates a lot better with people. Okay, y'all have an awesome day. We'll see y'all in the chat. Toodaloo.
Thank you. Bye.